All right, everybody ready? Let's have it quiet in here. I want to get this in one take. Let's get started. Hi, I'm Chris Rich of Teach You, and I'd like to talk today about partnership issues. So if you have partnership issues or potential partnership issues, that can fall on a very wide spectrum of not too bad to maybe not bad at all to so bad I need to be out by tomorrow or I'm going to go crazy. So there's a very, very broad range of problems. You may not have any problems today. You may be anticipating problems that they can develop. You've seen other friends involved in partnerships where problems arise. So what I want to do is give you a means of assessing your situation that can help prepare you for the next step. Now, something that I do, so you have the background on me, is I help people that don't have partnership problems avoid them. So there are many times that people enter into partnerships, they get their operating agreement done, but they have no partnership agreement. So what happens if your partner dies? What do you do? You know, is there an automatic buyout, or do you automatically get his interests, or does your partner's wife become your new partner, or your partner's son become your new partner? These are serious issues, and they happen all the time, and they destroy businesses. They wreck families and tear up relationships. So I'd like to help you avoid those kinds of situations if you have no problems at all. If you're already in a problem partnership and the relationship is tense and breaking down, we need to assess where it is, how bad it is, and make a plan for what we can do. Now, people think, well, I can't get along with my business partner. We've got to dissolve everything. Well, that's not always necessary. There are often other solutions that are easy to do, not costly, and easy to reach agreement on. So there are a lot of different options that I can explore with you if I really understand where your situation is. Now, I'm not a lawyer, so you don't have to worry about exorbitant costs or ending up in court or having some crazy stuff like that happen. My thing is to sit down with partners and make solutions and work out workable deals. So if we understand where the situation is, then we can work out a game plan. So if it's so bad you just can't take another day, we have to figure out an exit strategy. If it's no problem at all, we need to put plans in place so if a problem arises, we know how those things are going to be handled. Or if there's a little bit of tension, but it's not that bad, or the tension is getting worse by the day, but we're not at the place where I just absolutely want out, then let's make a plan to diffuse that tension and change course a little bit and protect everybody's interests and make it so we can work out. So this video is all about just assessing the problem. I'm not going to give you any answers. I just want to help you assess the problem. We'll get to answers in future videos. Okay? So I'd like to jump over to a little PowerPoint presentation I made and walk through that with you. So let's do that. Okay, so this is a problem assessment grid that I developed, and if you contact me, I'm happy to give you a copy of this. I have a worksheet at the end that can help you work through this, but this is to help you just assess where you are. Now, we have the condition of the business here, and we have the condition of the partnership. Good condition, bad condition. So you can have the business could be doing great and the partnership could have problems, or the partnership could be doing great and the business could be having problems, or they could both be having problems. So let's take a look at how this breaks out, and let me help you think it through. So let's say that the business is in great to breaking even condition, meaning that the business is making money or it's breaking even. That's okay in today's world. All right, so that would be good condition for the business. A partnership is anywhere from excellent, you guys work great together, everybody's happy, functioning, everything's perfect, to it's okay. We have our conflicts, but we're able to work them out, but I'm not loving it, but it's not bad either. So I would say that things are good if you're anywhere from excellent to just okay. No serious business destroying problems. Over here in this grid, under bad condition, we could have a business that's losing a lot of money, could have debt problems, it could owe back taxes, it could have a lawsuit pending, an employee could be suing for harassment, any number of things could put a business in bad condition. We'll talk more about what those things are later. And then we have a partnership that can be in conflict. So this was, I would say not just okay, things are bad. It doesn't have to be severe, just not good. So let's look at the factors that make good and bad conditions. So in the business under good condition, we have that the business is doing great to break even financially. It has more assets than debt, has greater potential than is being realized. In other words, the business could grow. Maybe it's not right now, but it does have potential. That's a positive thing. Some businesses have no potential, and we'll talk about that too. And the business is worth continuing. So as long as you have those conditions, I would say, yeah, that's good. Or you have most of them. You may have a lot of debt, but the business has great potential. So that's still okay. I would still put that in the green category. Again, reading across condition of the business, if we look at bad condition, you're losing a lot of money, debt burdened, the business has no potential. You have other issues like your leases are all expiring, your equipment is wearing out, you owe back taxes, you're out of compliance, the government's shutting you down. You could have some pretty serious business issues. If there are more of those than positive, you're in bad condition. So having one of these things, some business can be losing money but have great potential, you still be in the positive side. If you have a bunch of these bad conditions, you're probably in the bad condition column. In the partnership category, this would be in a good condition, anywhere from friendly, great, everybody works well, to maybe there's a little bit of tension, but you're able to resolve things. That's still good. Partners want to work things out. You can have a lot of problems, but both people say, I'd like to work this through. That's still good. I consider a partnership in bad condition when people say, that's it, I don't want to work with this guy anymore. I say, well, there may be a solution. I don't want a solution, I want out. That's bad. But if people still want to work things through, then you may be still in the green on that. It just depends. That's something you'd have to weigh the other factors and see if some of these other things are in place or not. It's still possible that the partnership can survive. That would be in a good condition. People are still talking, and you don't have outside pressure. Now, by outside pressure, I've seen situations where there's a relative in the background, maybe that some money was borrowed to start the business, and there's somebody in the back, Uncle Joe is saying, if you don't pay me $300,000 by the end of the year, I'm going to foreclose and destroy the business. And so one of the partners is putting pressure because he needs to pay his uncle back for his startup investment. So if you have some outside pressure like that, that could put you in bad condition. If you have no outside pressure, obviously that's a good thing. So you want to consider these. Are there outside pressures? Now, for bad condition of a partnership, there could be serious tensions in the partnership, differences that cannot be reconciled. Partners don't want to continue on. They'd say, I definitely want out of this, or I definitely want him out. There can be two ways that can go. Either I want out, or I insist that he get out. He's not pulling his weight, get rid of him. There's just no way this partnership is going to continue on. And maybe a new partner is coming in, or has come in, that is causing strain. that can't be resolved. Now, how does that happen? How do you get a partner that you can't work with? Well, sometimes businesses need money. They go out and raise money and they give somebody a 20% share, and suddenly that little 20% that threw $10,000 into your business, they start making demands. They have a product idea, they want to see it carried out. I own 20% of this business, I expect this, I expect that, I want to see these changes. They start making demands even though they're new players to the business, or maybe a partner's been disabled and somebody else is acting on their behalf for a while. So that's how you can end up with a new unplanned partner. You can have any combination of these conditions where both can be bad. The business can be having a lot of trouble, it can be in serious condition, and the partnership can be in serious condition at the same time. Or you can have a business that's in great condition and the partnership's in bad condition. Or you can have a business in bad condition, but the partners work well together and the partnership is in good condition. And people say, well, what do we do? Our business is in deep trouble, but we function well together. There are other solutions we can work on for that to get the business going a little bit better. Of course, you can also have this where everything is great. The business is doing well, the partners work well together, and you want to avoid future problems. And there are things we can do to get your partnership documents in shape now so that when the rain comes, the roof doesn't leak. And these are very, very important. I say if you have a very good functioning partnership, but you don't have a solid partnership agreement, it's just a matter of trouble, just a matter of time before the trouble comes. So I'd like to help you avoid those problems by giving you a good partnership document that avoids the problems in the future. So I made this little worksheet for you, and you can list your assessment of the condition of the business in the good things and the bad things, and the condition of the partnership, the good things and the bad things, and come up with where you think you lie on this spectrum of the condition of the business and the condition of the partnership. And once you've made those assessments, then we can look at the best move forward. So if things are totally bad, the business isn't doing well and the partnership isn't functional, but you don't want to shut the business down, what can you do? You have a business that's not making money and a partnership that doesn't work, but neither partner wants to give up or shut the business. So what do? Just keep hemorrhaging? No, there are solutions. There are ways to fix that. So if you work out the worksheet, I can help you solve your problems. And if you don't have any problems, I can help you avoid them in the future. So I hope you found that useful. I'd like you to have a successful business, and I'd like you to enjoy life. So many times I see people in partnerships where they don't get along, or there's problems arise, or something's happened to one of the partners and a new person has come in because they left their stake in the business in the will, and now they have a partner that is problematic. So I'd like you to avoid those things. You should enjoy your business. It's your livelihood, it's your life, and it's very personal when you start a business. It's a part of you. So I'd like that to work out. So if everything is going great right now, as I said with the grid, let's get good partnership documents in place that address potential situations that can arise in the future. And if things are problematic, if the business is not doing so well and there's tension in the partnership, let's fix them. So depending on how bad it is and what those problems are, there are many, many, many different routes that can be taken to work this stuff out. A lot of times people think the only answer is a buyout. I want out. You raise the money, buy me out. And they'll stalemate for years, and people are unhappy. The business doesn't really do that great. It just sort of gets by. And this goes on forever, just kind of getting by. And that's no fun. So there's a lot of solutions that can come in to work it out and make work fun again. Okay? So, hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear from you, and I appreciate your comments. Thanks.